New tonight, District 1 Commissioner Jordan Johnson held a community meeting to hear the concerns of the neighbors in Harrisburg. We've reported on the issues and heard from neighbors before the meeting about the changes they want to see to one of Augusta's oldest neighborhoods. Your Kennedy Payne was at that meeting. She's live in studio with us. And Kennedy, what did both sides have to say tonight?
Well, neighbors in Harrisburg tell me they're no stranger to struggle. For years, they've watched their streets fall into disrepair and felt concerns had gone unanswered. So tonight, they gathered not just to talk about problems, but to come up with solutions. And Commissioner Johnson was all ears. In a neighborhood burdened by blight and crime, people came together, tired but not silent.
I just think it would make it so much better if we could clean the community up. And if we could let the people know the resources we have that they can use, that they just don't take advantage of.
And Commissioner Jordan Johnson listened.
The folks in this neighborhood need to know that someone is advocating for them, and not only just having their commissioner advocate for them, but they're empowered to advocate for themselves too. So we just have to stand together in this one.
Johnson says for far too long, slumlords have taken over. Properties have crumbled and grass has grown wild.
They're leaving our neighborhoods in terrible conditions. They don't live in Augusta, and they're just allowing all kinds of activity. Of course, we want to be sensitive to the fact that people need a place to live and affordable housing but slumlords have to be held accountable to the conditions they're leaving our communities in.
Nancy Blanchard says she survived a hurricane and stayed. Now she's helping her neighborhood weather a different kind of storm.
I'm invested in my home. I got hit hard by Helene. I had to replace my air condition, my privacy fence, but I just love my neighbors and my community, and it just means a lot to me.
But Harrisburg isn't just a place of pain. It's full of persistence, and people like Nicole Gentry with Open Arms Outreach are on the front lines.
There's drug problems everywhere, but especially down here in Harrisburg. If we can make a big enough showing and get enough Narcan out on the street, that we can prevent deaths and hopefully eventually get people into treatment.
Johnson says 80% of Harrisburg neighbors live in poverty. Now they're channeling that frustration into action.
I think that starting the neighborhood association is going to be great for the neighborhood, because that gives you at least a monthly opportunity to come out and engage with neighbors. That's when the solutions start to, come to light.
So in a place often overlooked, neighbors came together, finding strength in numbers. And Commissioner Johnson says this isn't the first meeting and it definitely won't be the last. He says policy changes are on the way, but it won't happen overnight. But he says it starts here with conversations like this one as neighbors come one step closer to reclaiming their home.
And certainly a lot of voices were heard because it was a packed room, and this isn't the last conversation. Thanks, Kennedy, for that.